Hello and welcome to another video review, this time about the new wide-angle hunting rifle scope from Swarovski, the Z8i 1-8x24. Swarovski is one of the biggest names in the optics industry, and it is one of the premium European manufacturers, and the history of the company goes back to 1895. Swarovski Optic was founded in 1949 when they made their first binoculars. The headquarters is still up to today in Austria in the province of Tyrol. The Z8i 1-8x24, as I said, is a wide-angle hunting rifle scope, so specifically designed for driven hunting, but due to the 8x magnification, it is also possible to make shots on longer distances, so I think it is also suitable for stalking and similar types of hunting where you hunt during the day, even at longer distances. The scope was introduced this year, so 2023, together with the other model from this series, the 0.75 to 6x20, which is also a wide-angle hunting rifle scope, but the other one is the only rifle scope on the market which has a magnification that goes under 1x, which basically furthers the image away from the shooter when you go under 1x magnification. But the benefit of such rifle scope is, of course, the extreme field of view. Now, both rifle scopes are successors of the similar or the same magnification rifle scopes from the older series Z8i, which was introduced, I think, 2016, so approximately 7 years ago. So they feature the same magnification, but are still completely different than the previous models. So in this new series, the Z8i are only two wide-angle rifle scopes available currently. And both feature an extreme wide field of view. The old 1-8x24 had a field of view of 42.5 meters at 100 meters, and this one has now 50 meters at 100 meters on 1x magnification, which is just unbelievable, and it is the widest field of view you can currently find on the market between all of wide-angle rifle scopes amongst all of manufacturers. So this is really a unique rifle scope, but of course this extreme field of view comes for a price. It is more bulky in design, of course, than the previous generation. I have one here so we can compare them. Maybe you can see it like this. First of all, on the eyepiece or ocular, the old ocular had a diameter of 45.5 millimeters, and the new one has 51.5 millimeters, so it is much bigger than the older model in diameter. And also the main tube diameter, as you can see here and here, this one is 34 millimeters and the old model was 30 millimeters. And because of that, of course, the new one is a bit more heavy and of course a bit more bulky in design, so which is normal. But even though this scope has much bigger dimensions, it is only 80 grams heavier than the previous model, which is not a lot at all. And the length of the scope is still the same, so it didn't change anything for the length. Okay, now if I go further to the construction of the scope, first we have a European style eyepiece, so only this part rotates here, and it is very stiff, so it is very difficult to rotate. You need a little bit of force, but I really like it because it goes difficult. So when you make your adjustment, it cannot happen that you accidentally make adjustments when you transport the rifle with your scope on it, or you have it on your back, that this changes accidentally. So it is perfect in my opinion. The eyepiece is also rubberized, so the outer part has rubber on it. Then the big eyepiece, as I said, and on the top there is the illumination control with plus and minus buttons, which are also rubberized. And on the back there is this small lever. To the right is the illumination for daytime use, and to the left it's for twilight use, and in the middle the illumination is off. In twilight and in daylight mode, on both modes you have 32 illumination settings, intensity settings, so together 64 intensity settings, which is really a lot and perfect in my opinion. So you can really fine-tune the illumination to your needs, which is really perfect. Illumination on the daytime setting is of course daytime bright, very bright, so you can easily see it on a very bright sunny day. And on the twilight mode you can barely see it. You can go very down with the intensity, so it is almost not possible to see the illumination. So perfect illumination in my opinion. The only thing what I think can happen with this design is that because of this small lever, because it stands out of the scope, you can accidentally turn it on and off. I think this can very easily happen when you put your rifle in your back. You can unintentionally turn it on. The same is, I think, when you have it on your back and you are walking around, it can also happen that it is turned on without that you even know it. But because of that, it is again very ergonomic to use. So it has some plus and minus in my opinion. Even though this happens, that you turn it on accidentally and you don't even know it, the scope has a built-in auto turn off feature called Swarovski Light, and it turns the illumination automatically off. I think 3 hours in day mode, or after 5 hours in night mode, so to save the battery life. Okay, now if we go further, there is the magnification ring. The magnification goes now from the smallest to the biggest magnification in only 160 degree turn. So you have even a smaller way to change the magnification, so you are even faster. And there is also a built-in throw lever, which is also rubberized. But there are also 2 throw levers included with the scope, one black one and one orange one, which can be very easy and fastly attached to the scope, which I can quickly show. There's only this small screw which has to be taken out on top of the throw lever, and then this one can be already screwed in like this, and when you have this attached, the change for the magnification is even faster, easier, and you have also much better grip when doing so. So it is a really nice feature that they have the throw levers included. Okay, now the main tube, as I said, is 34 millimeters, and this scope is also available with the Swarovski SI rail for mounting. So you don't need the normal rings, but only the mount for the Swarovski rail. And lastly, the turrets are capped with aluminum caps. Objective is of course 34 millimeters. If you want to put a night vision or thermal attachment in front of the device, it can be easily done with the clip-on attachment. The rifle scope itself is of course rated for all hunting calibers, so it can withstand every recoil. The temperature range where you can use the scope is from -20 to 55 degrees Celsius. The scope is also argon purged, so it prevents internal fogging in very cold environment, so you have clear picture in all weather conditions. And it is also waterproof up to 4 meters of depth. The size of the scope is like on the old model, exactly 301 millimeters in length, and the weight of the scope is 599 or 620 grams, depending if you choose with or without the Swarovski rail for mounting. It is of course heavier than the older model, but I think even with 620 grams, it is still a very lightweight rifle scope, even though it is a 34 millimeters main tube. The scope is entirely made in Austria, and it comes with a 10 years warranty. The price is 2,980 euros without the Swarovski rail, but if you choose the Swarovski rail and the 4A-IF reticle, so with the flex change feature, then the price goes up to 3,340 euros. So it is a quite expensive rifle scope, but of course it is a premium European rifle scope. Now the reticle is positioned in the second focal plane, and there are all in all 4 variations to choose from. First, the 4AI, which is a standard and most popular hunting reticle in Europe. Then 4AI-IF, which is the same reticle, but in the middle you have the flex change feature. So the illumination is not only a small dot in the middle, but you can turn on and off a circle around it. And to do so, you just have to hold plus and minus buttons simultaneously, and it switches the circle on and off. Then the third reticle is the LDI, which is just a long horizontal line through the image and a short vertical line, and in the middle again the illumination. And the last one, the BRTI, which is a BDC reticle, so it has additional lines under the center where you can use it for bullet drop compensations. Now for the illumination, as I said, there are all in all 64 intensity settings, and the illumination is perfect in my opinion. You can really easily fine-tune it. It is also daytime bright, and as I said, it has the automatic turn off feature if you forget the illumination on. So during the day mode 3 hours, and in the night mode 5 hours, and then the illumination switches off. The scope has also a built-in position sensor or tilt sensor. So if the scope is more than 70 degrees up or down, then the illumination turns off, or 30 degrees left or more than 30 degrees left, it also switches the illumination automatically off to save the battery life. The illumination, as I said, from the ergonomics perspective, it is perfect. It is really easy to turn it on and off and to use it, so perfect. But from the other point, it can happen that you can more easily turn it off and on and off. So I think this small lever here, I think could be designed somehow differently, so that it not stands so much out, or I don't know. Okay, now for the illumination, you need only one CR2032 battery, which is under this cap here. So here, and what is also a really nice feature about this scope is that one cap, they are interchangeable, so you can put this cap also here. One cap has here battery inside, a spare battery, so you have always one full battery with you when you go hunting, which is perfect. If it happens that the battery is low, you can immediately just push this button here, then the battery pops out and you can change it. So really fast and easy, so a really nice solution. Okay, now if I go further to the turrets, as I said, both are capped turrets, and under the turrets or under the caps are small plastic turrets. Personally, I don't really like this plastic inside. I would really prefer made it out of aluminum, especially because it is a premium rifle scope. But the clicks are in 1 centimeter per click, and in one revolution there are, I think, 60 clicks available, and the entire internal elevation range is 200 clicks, so 2 meters at 100 meters of elevation. And the same is with the vintage, also 2 meters, or 1 meter left, 1 meter right. The clicks itself feel very tactile, and are also very audible, so you can easily hear and feel every single click. So the clicks are really nice. So you have 200 clicks, and because of that, it is a multi-turn turret, so you have 3 whole revolutions of the turret, and then additional 20 clicks from the top down to top up of elevation. Okay, now for the turret, it has no zero stop feature, so you cannot stop the turret in one position. It has resettable, it can be resetted, so it has zero reset feature. You just have to lift it up, turn it around, and you can already let it go. It goes automatically down, and then the turret is already set like this now, so that the mark is facing forwards and it's already set. The turret has 15 marks or 15 clicks left and right on the turret. I would prefer if the lines would be all around the turret, but if you have to do more clicks, you can go 15 clicks here, go back, and again 15 clicks, then you have 30 clicks if you do not want to count every single click further. Okay, I think this is all about the turrets. Now for the optical performance, the magnification, as I said, is from 1 1-8 by 24, so it has a 24 millimeters objective lens. The parallax is fixed at 100 meters, and the field of view, this is also the special part on this riflescope, is 50 meters at 100 meters at 1x magnification. Again, this is unique on the market. All other riflescopes have around 40 or plus and minus 2 or 3 meters wide field of view, so this one is really special. It has almost 10 meters more than any other of riflescope on the market. At 8x magnification, the field of view is 6.2 meters at 100 meters, which is still quite a lot. It has, of course, no tunneling effect, and the light transmission through the scope is 93%. The eye relief is 95 millimeters, so even if you have it on a very strong recoiling caliber, you are still safe behind the scope, so because of the long eye relief. And the eye box itself, so how much you can move behind the riflescope, is also very good. So it is very good at 1 and also very good at 8x magnification, so it is very easy to use the scope when hunting. What is also really nice, I don't know if you can see this through the camera, but now you can see the black line around is really small in real life. So without the camera it is even smaller. You have it is like the image would be outside of the scope, so the part around the lens is minimal and you have just the whole picture in front of you, which is really nice. So the eyepiece is really well made on this riflescope. Now overall, for the optical quality, as you would expect from a premium manufacturer like Swarovski, the optical performance is on the highest level. Especially in the center, the image is superb, crisp, and also the color accuracy is spot on. Just on the edges, at 1x magnification, the image is a little bit blurry, but it is not very much blurry in my opinion. The field of view this riflescope offers is, in my opinion, much better than the image quality on the edge, because if you are driven hunting and you see a game that is running, you have to get it in your image very quickly, and if you get it on the edge of the riflescope, you immediately pull it to the middle of the reticle. So the bigger the field of view is, the quicker you have it in your center, the faster you can engage to the target. And I think this is much more much better than a smaller field of view, but the edges that are crisp. I think this is the better way, in my opinion, for a hunting riflescope or for a wide angle hunting riflescope. Okay, now what do you get in the box with this riflescope? First of all, cleaning cloth, then bikini style covers for the lenses, then user's manual, which is in many different languages, and inside you find everything you need to know about your riflescope. Then small throw levers, as I said previously, which are really nice. They are made of some sort of very hard plastic, so really nice, nicely made. Then battery, and also a small tool for installing the throw lever. Okay, now if I go to a short summary, first of all, the positives. On the first position, of course, the field of view. Yeah, this is exceptional and really something special on the market today, with such a big field of view. Then second thing is the design. It has this typical Swarovski modern but elegant design, which I really like, and it is really beautifully made. Then overall build quality and finish, it's on the highest level. 4 reticles available in this rifle scope. It is also really nice, so every user can choose the perfect reticle for his needs. And then the flex change feature on the 4A IF reticle, it's also a nice addition, which is also perfect, and also something special on the market. And lastly, the ergonomics and everything about the illumination. It is very, very nice. Now, where do I see room for improvements? Because I'm now with Illumination, I start with the lever here. I think this could be done somehow differently, so it is not so easily possible to turn it on unintentionally. Then the second thing is the more bulky design than the previous model, because of the bigger eyepiece and bigger main tube diameter. Then next thing is the turrets, because they are made of plastic. I think this could also be somehow differently made, or made out of aluminum. And lastly, the price. With 3,340 euros, it is a very expensive rifle scope, but it is a premium rifle scope from a premium manufacturer, so it is also reasonable that it is a very high priced rifle scope. Okay, now for the competition. I think most or all 1-6 or 1-8 rifle scopes compete with this rifle scope, but still I think this is in a class of its own, because it just has so much more field of view than any other on the market. It is difficult to compare it to any other scope directly, in my opinion. Okay, this was a short video review of the Swarovski Z8i 1-8x24. If you have any additional questions, click the link below, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.